rest of the video is going to focus on the goals that I'm going to set for the month of July. I haven't done this video, I would say, I think I just missed a month. So I'm not going to review those goals in May. I feel like I want to start afresh. I feel like this year has had a lot of downs, had a few ups, tragically. I cannot obviously say that it has been all bad, but for the most part there was a lot of loss, a lot of grief. I feel like, you know, with it being the first half of the year is over, I kind of want to reset myself as well, even goal-wise. So I just want to set some new goals. I don't want to reflect on my old goals. Next month is July. I cannot believe that it's July. So I'm just going to sit down now and reflect a little bit on where I want these goals to focus on for the next month, and then I will just share a little bit of these goals with you. So as I was setting up my goals, I was grounding myself and seeing kind of what are my priorities of the next month and what I want to focus on. I think a big theme that I generally want to focus on is kind of taking care of myself and taking care of my body. I feel like that is so important, especially after everything. The first goal is to read one book, and I just want to share what I read last month. So I actually read Darling Girls by Sally Hackworth. Me and my friends are setting up a book club, and we chose this book as the first book of the month. So basically it says, it's not just secrets buried at wild meadows. For as long as they can remember, Jessica, Nora, and Alicia have been told how lucky they are. Rescued from their own family tragedies, they were raised by a loving foster mother on an idyllic farming estate, given a rare second chance for a happy life. But the girls' childhood wasn't quite the fairy tale everyone thinks it was, and when a body is discovered under the house they grew up in, the three foster sisters find themselves thrust into the spotlight as key witnesses. It's time for them to return home as adults, but are they innocent victims or the prime suspects of murder? So that is the book, what the book is about. It just kept me on my toes throughout, especially like after like halfway, I found myself like wanting to read the next chapter and the next chapter and wanting to finish the book. But I absolutely loved it, and I can't wait to discuss it in book club with my friends. So that is the book I read last month. And I hope that this month I chose a book, you know, which is kind of fun to read, maybe by the beach. I chose the book by Katie Forday, which is one of my favorite authors. And it's called Island in the Sun, Miles from Home, but will love still find her. So it's a romance. So when Cass is asked by her father to take on an unusual photography project in the Caribbean island of Dominica, she really can't see a reason to say no. But the remote island has just been hit by a severe hurricane, leaving destruction in its wake. Cass is traveling with Ranulph, who is searching for the rare stone carvings her father wants her to photograph. Their hunt leads Cass down a path of bravery and self-discovery, and she soon falls for Ranulph, who has been by her side every step of the way. But does he feel the same way about her? So I will be looking forward to reading this. What I don't like about this book is how big and bulky it is, to be honest with you. I prefer like books kind of this size. Like this size would have been enough. You see the difference? Like there's a very big difference. So it's kind of bulky, but it's fine. We will make it work. And the text is really big, so I don't know, it's like a waste of space. So the next one is follow schedule on Google Calendar. This month have set up the Google Calendar and have really filled up July. I don't know if it's good or bad, basically. But on it, I also included kind of video ideas to film, how to edit, when to upload, Instagram reels, Instagram posts, kind of really specific. I don't think I've ever done it so specific. So I don't know if it is going to work, if it's too rigid, but I'm going to review this next month and see how I did. So that's why basically I just set the goal as follow schedule on Google Calendar, because that is the plan technically. But I just want to see if by literally planning every day, you could say, will actually help me a little bit. I find myself that at the moment I need a bit of motivation to do certain things, which at the end of the day I love. But I said maybe I'll do that because I love being a planner. So I don't think it should work against my favor, but I don't know if I overdid it as well. You know what I mean? So I will see if this works. Really good tea. So the next one is continue Chloe Ting workout. So basically I downloaded her app Core. I don't know if you guys have heard of Chloe Ting, but I'm sure most of you possibly have. I mean, she was a big hit during COVID, you know, when we're all in lockdown, and most of us followed her workouts. And now she has her own app, which I find it's amazing. Still very much free. I mean, you can pay for other different services on the app, but I feel like the free mode is more than enough. And I am actually following the Chloe Ting Summer Shred 2024 challenge, and I think I'm past 58% now, so I'm really happy about that. But I'm being very gentle and kind to myself. So basically it usually says that you have to do a workout every day, but I don't. I mostly was doing it one day yes, one day no. We went to Sicily last week, and I feel like every time you go abroad you kind of lose your memento. I did one this week, but then on Wednesday we went to the Ed Sheeran concert, and I feel like that was a workout in itself, because after we had to walk a long walk, okay, to get out of there to be able to get transport. So I feel like that was another workout in itself. The goal is very open, but that's how I want it to be, because for me, what is more important is that as long as at least I do 1 to 2 workouts a week, it's more than enough in my opinion. So at least I'll be moving my body, and that is the priority. Another goal is to go to the beach once a week. Now, for those of you guys who know me, that you know that I don't like doing this so much, but I'm trying to kind of, you know, motivate myself to kind of be with nature, and nature serves quite a lot on our body. It gives us so much back. We tried doing this last year. I really used to enjoy it, because I used to take my book and would go dip in for a bit, and then just I'd read my book, and I used to really enjoy it. So we haven't started it this year yet, but that's why I've set a goal. So it's just go once a week to the beach. So that is the next goal. The next one is to start summer cleaning around home. It's just about starting that up and basically going around the house and doing the things that you have to do, you know, every season, if you know what I mean, like cleaning the carpets, cleaning the sofa, but like then doing the windows. Haven't done those yet. Everywhere needs a bit of a touch me up. So yeah, just that's why it's kind of open-ended, because it's like start summer cleaning around the home. So very gentle to myself. The last goal that I set up is be more active with regards to cooking. Luke really does most of the, like all of the cooking, not most of the cooking, all of the cooking. I feel like I had started this year, I started doing very well, and like once or twice a week I would like cook. I mean, cook would be for me doing a soup or putting everything in a slow cooker. Like that's for me what I can do. Or maybe doing a plate of pasta with pesto. And then after everything, I kind of like, food was the last thing on my mind, to be honest with you guys. And I used to just, you know, depend on Luke for that, but I don't want to do that anymore. And I want to push myself that this month, at least, you know, once here and there, I will do something for ourselves as well, myself. So I want to sit down with Luke, and we need to come up with a goal, because I need help here. I need like a basic cooking class basically. And yeah, basically take care of that. So we'll see how that goes. Also, I want to be more mindful of like food that I take even to work, because I feel like I'm not eating anything during work, which I don't actually. Because what I used to do, basically what happens is sometimes I would have work and then I would have clinic, but I would still have a gap in between. And what I used to do before, I used to either go to my mom and dad would prepare me a piece of bread that he used to do. It was like his thing. And then, or else I would go to my nonna and she would prepare me a meal. Either it would be pulpetti or like some chicken nuggets as well sometimes, you know, she's my nonna. So, and now obviously they're gone, but I'm trying to be more mindful, because this can't go on like this. I need something to eat. Those are my goals. So as you saw, I was very gentle to myself. Then something that I always used to do when I would set my goals would be I would write 3 keywords that I could keep with myself along the month. So the 3 keywords I chose are resilience. I feel like resilience is something that I wish to keep, because I feel like I am quite resilient, especially after everything. Continue with my day, I think is quite resilient in itself. So I just want to keep that in mind and be grateful for my resilience nonetheless. The next keyword would be breathe. I feel like sometimes I forget to do this. Practice mindful breathing, especially when I need it, especially, I don't know, when a wave of my grief comes in, you know, and I feel like the world is falling apart, which it did technically. And then obviously grief, because I feel like now I'm in another part of my grief, especially with my dad, which I feel like was brought on from my nana's grief, where I'm actually just grieving the fact that, you know, never gonna see my dad or my nana, and that this is what it is. Before I was very hung up on the fact, like on the anger, but not the anger towards my dad or my nana. It was mostly surrounded with how my daddy died and kind of the professionals that actually took care of my dad. So I feel like I've moved past that anger. I mean, it still comes here and there, but I'm more contained with it. I feel like it's natural for it to be there. I feel like now my grief is just my grief. We'll review this at the end of July and we'll see how I did. But those are the goals for the month of July. And I really look forward to seeing how the month goes. I just hope that this month is like a light month, you know, for my family and I, because I feel like this has been too much. But at the same time, this is life and we have no control over these things. And I'm sure that there are so many others who are passing through such heaviness. And my heart goes out to anyone who's passing through such heaviness. It's not easy. I think it's very important to surround yourselves with people who you find support from, because you're not alone. And at the same time, talk about that heaviness, you know, stay with that heaviness, because if you don't, if you repress it, it's just going to grow and grow and grow and just takes over. And it takes pieces away from you. So do take care of that heaviness, guys, because it's so, so important. Wish you all a lovely month. If you're a tea lover like me, you know, have a good cup of tea. I still have tea, even though it's like boiling hot, but I still have tea. It's like something that, I don't know. It's something my family has given me, so I don't want to give that up, even though it's boiling hot. And also, if you like today's video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more from my channel, then subscribe, obviously, if you guys want to. Thank you to those of you who have subscribed and keep watching my videos. I hope you enjoyed my July monthly reset routine, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!